Check this out. I was going to share with you all the names of the police departments, but I can't do that because my cat doesn't even like you. He doesn't want me talking about you. He keeps on covering you up because he can't stand the thought of you. Here's a great reason to abolish the police. Fire them all and start over. This tattoo right here on my back that I bear has a lot of meaning. My children were taken and placed into trafficking, and that started with the police and the carnival business. I had moved to get away from all of the crazy shit happening in Northeast Kingdom. Once I found out what was going on, it didn't take me long. I put in my notice to the school to get the records ready for my children because we were dipping to Florida, not dealing with that fucking kind of bullshit. My children were going to have a life. However, the state of Vermont had already decided different. They had decided that they were interested in my children. They took my children illegally under false pretenses, lied and said that I abandoned them, came right to me, and then the school teacher, Mary Hare, came to me to tort me, gave me a ride from where they took my children off my grandfather's founded land in Barnstable County, at the fairgrounds, mind you, and took my daughter to Vermont. Mary took me to Vermont, left me in a motel room, told me she was going over to find out what was going on with my oldest daughter, and lo and behold, I never got a phone call back. With that being said, that's just a couple of the names mentioned, okay? And it all leads into New Hampshire. Ex-Chief of Police Jeffrey Noyce, he works as a bail and bonds commissioner, okay, out of Concord, New Hampshire area. What does that tell you? He's got a lot of ties to the Attorney General and everybody, ex-Chief of Police, because he sexually assaulted the girls in Island Pond, Vermont, and God only knows how many others. His brother was blue-papered, put into the mental health system, and then he got out after he had admitted to killing a little girl, 11 years old, in Stewartstown near Colebrook, New Hampshire. Do you think I'm fucking lying? All of you can keep on laughing, talking shit about me, whatever you want to do, but you just remember one thing. I've survived a lot of bullshit, and I'm going to come out better than what I went through, believe me. Sexually assaulted by a federal agent, and not only that, my car was tampered with. You see that? Do you know what that is? That's a cut in my coil spring. Do you know who this is? This is William Eugene Asher from Rochester, New Hampshire. Do you know how many other names he's under? My trailer's been vandalized time and time again, and I'm going to get the answers. Another channel made about me. It's not me. It's about me harassing me. And it's police officers doing it. Here's another one. And another one. Telling me nobody cares. But you know what? The taxpayers are going to care when they start paying, when they see all the prices that have already been charged and the charges that have already occurred because of my lawsuits. And it's just the beginning. I was telling you all the truth about sex offenders that have already admitted and been committed. And they want to hide the information because PRISM seemingly is ex-Chief of Police Jeff Noyce underage sex product. And there you go. Who's stalking who? They terminated my channel, by the way. Karmic parked right up on my window. Keep talking shit. I filed protection and request for restraining order. Let's see what Judge Pendleton does. Does he want to deny some more protection? I told the court clerk I was not giving my physical address because of this shit. And she insisted that I do. So I'm going to insist that she be included in violating my rights lawsuit. And the goal, my friends, is gang stalking. That's what they've been doing. Not just me, but a lot of people. I'm very well aware. And this is what happens when you tell the truth. But I don't care. I'm going to keep on talking. So again, I suggest, knowing that it is a filed case, you find out who the fuck vandalized my camper. And you do something about it, Seabrook, because the lawsuits go up day after day. Here and thereafter. Ray Bauer made me a promise that he didn't keep. Again, this is Portsmouth. And this is Stratford County. And this is my husband, William Eugene Asher. that was under a false name working for the government. By the way, that was back in 2020 and 2021, leading back to 1995, New Hampshire State Police. So where is the case that you say is missing even out of archives? Do you understand now why I filed lawsuits? I was running for state rep to help all of you. My home got destroyed. I was tortured, raped, and abused. My car was tampered with. So was my dog, taken and dropped off at the end of the road from the camp by Mark Newell. And all that shit disappeared. They won't even give me copies of the statements. But you know what? I've got it all. That was Steve Bork, by the way, begging me to please talk with Eric Millar. While he was at the Attorney General's Human Trafficking Seminar speaking, Eric Millar received the information and said he was aware of the case. And then, lo and fucking behold, they canceled the meeting. And I got stranded because my vehicles got vandalized, my housing got tampered with, and then there was an attempt to steal my cat. Believe me when I tell you, and you can back it up by asking Seabrook, New Hampshire Police Department. I called and told them, document it and don't ask about it. Just let it know. I don't want your assistance, but I'm going to get my cat back. Some motherfucker just stole him. And believe me when I tell you, I got my cat back, and it was me that did it. Yes, this is to prove to you that Stratford County has all the information. And when I requested it on July 26, 2025, I walked my happy ass right into Stratford County Sheriff's Department and requested the copies of all of this information, and they didn't give it to me. Mind you, I'm the victim. You hear my cat? He doesn't like you. This is me going into Stratford County Sheriff's Department, July 26th.
I had a case that... No, I had a case that Stephen Bork, human and sex trafficking, I'm a victim, and Stephen Bork, Eric Millar were the ones on the case. I understand because I filed federal lawsuits against both of them. January 2nd, 2025. So could I get those case numbers? Though they're in the computer. And I'd also like to make an appointment to meet with the sheriff because she's been hiding all this information and I can prove that.
Remember talking to me the other day
How
about
about records? Does records have that information?
Okay. She's out of the hospital. She's back to work. She works at Napa in Farmington. Okay. So you'd be able to serve her there. Okay.
Okay, so how would I get investigations?
Out of the house in the next couple of days. So Napa with you. Okay, yeah, just get the sheet and do all that.
I should have conditions of probation.
On Department of Corrections.
I have just gotten information from the courthouse in Brattleboro that my husband has an active warrant from April 2020 for violation of probation.
Okay. And it was from our court, but is he on supervision in Brattleboro?
Yeah, she just looked it up for me and told me to call this number.
That's failure to provide safety and
She
supervision.
can see the warrant, but she said that she couldn't find who was actually his probation officer.
Defrauding the government, USC 240,
Asher,
241,
ASHER,
242. Federal charges, people.
First name?
William Eugene Forrest. And he lives right underneath my nose working for the state of New Hampshire and the police department. He is in Rochester, New Hampshire. The police are all aware of it. He works for the police and he works for a hospital.
He works for the police?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, yes, sir, he does. And I can tell you that I've got many case numbers because he's involved with human trafficking. I've got case numbers that were given to me from the Sheriff's Department over here in New Hampshire, and they recused themselves, but they identified him to be William Eugene Asher. September 21st of 2024, they identified him in the court.
Do you know what the other name he's using is?
Yeah, terrorized. My homes have been burned and my cars as well. Okay? His name is William.
Can you say his last?
He went to Fitchburg, Massachusetts, and changed his name in the probate court. I've got that proof. They sent it to me.
Okay, and what was the address he's living at?
For a guy named Sebastian Asher. He brought him from Poland under a different name, and he's going under the birth date of 1266. Listen, when he went in oh my good lord, probate court, okay, in Massachusetts, he was accompanied by his other wife, Sharon Arsenault. He had no identification. She verified him just by saying that he was who he is. They didn't ask for identification. He had written down his information. I've got all that information. I've got everything since for 30 years now on this guy. There you go, Stratford County and the Attorney General and Governor Kelly Ayotte. I suggest y'all start working on finding and arresting my husband, William Eugene Asher, and I suggestively request and demand that you send that unfortunate male that he married from Poland back home to his family, where he came from and where he's safe and where he belongs.